like back to the EGQ. In your coaching career, was there like what inspired you, or where did you learn to start talking EGBs to your team, or where did you learn it from?
So I've worked with a lot of different influences in my life, and some of my best influences are people that I've never even met. But in this case, there's a gentleman by the name of Dr. Joe Carr, and he's worked with hundreds of athletes and teams at the pro level, the college level, and so he invented the EGB, and he worked with us over the years for a few years there at Texas, and what we did was kind of expanded on his definition, came up with some Marquette specific things, and we thought it was important because we have such great fans to share it with our fans, not just have it be an internal thing, but have it be something that our fans and our students and our alums can participate in. And it's been pretty cool going into year 3.
Yeah, it do be funny hearing the fans talk about EGBs and floor slaps and stuff like that. That do be pretty funny.
Do you have a personal favorite EGB?
Well, I mean, Stevie, I love when you slap the floor. I mean, I think that's something good is going to happen when that occurs. But to me, it's not really about any one specific. It's the combination, as we talked about in practice today, the effect on each other. We talk about dominoes, we talk about multipliers, and so it's not necessarily one specific EGB, but just bring in as many as you can and try to help the people around you be better.
Yeah. One of my personal favorite things that we do with EGBs is right before the game, everybody gives someone an EGB. We all run around, give each other EGB. I don't think we've ever, lost a game after doing that. So that's definitely one of my favorite ways we incorporate EGBs that nobody sees except us. So, yeah,
there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people don't see.
Yeah, for sure.
And so we know that, you're obviously very busy during the season of basketball, but I am curious what your favorite off-season activity would be.
I would say whether it's the off season or even during the season, my favorite activity away from the team is spending time with my daughter Zora, and particularly I enjoy doing sports with her. She plays soccer, she plays basketball, she's dabbled in a few other sports. Right now we're on day 88 of every day 15 minutes of dribbling. 1 ball and 2 ball dribbling. Cam and Stevie know that ball handling is an element of basketball that I really believe players should work hard at. And so since my daughter started playing basketball a year ago, I got her doing a lot of dribbling, and she's gotten way better. So we're on day 88. My wife talks all the time about 90-day challenges, but we're not going to stop at 90. We're going to keep going.
That's funny. When you said day 88, I knew you was talking about ball handling. So
it's right away. I already knew it was.
Well, hey, listen, Hope, you need to know this. I'm pretty hard on these guys as it relates to dribbling, just because I think it's something that you can develop quickly, and you don't have to be the most talented player in the world. Stevie, in particular, and I would say Oso, are the 2 guys on our team that in the last couple of years have really got in the lab as it relates to ball handling and spent a ton of time kind of losing themselves in Caston Gym by themselves, working on their familiarity with that basketball, and you can see the results in the game.
100%.
Definitely. Kind of stay on topic of like the games or whatever. So one thing we wanted to talk about was like your game day fits. I like like when I do the Field of 60, Field of 68 fashion club. So I like your game day fits. I ain't gonna lie. I like the long sleeve and a polo. I think it complements itself very nicely. But do you have like a polo, a MU polo, like that's your favorite one for sure that you know of?
Well, last year when we won the regular season championship and then when we won the conference tournament in New York, I was wearing championship blue. Mm-hmm. So that kind of holds a special place in my heart. But the biggest thing, Cam, to be honest with you, is just that the shirt fits properly. Mm-hmm. I don't like when the shirt is too long, and then some of these polos are too wide. As you know, I'm, pretty slim and trim.
Yep.
And that's part of why I wear the dry fit underneath, because I like the tight fit. And then I also like I hate being cold. All right, and some of these arenas, as you guys know, that we go into are really cold, particularly before the game. But I also don't want to be too hot having like one of those pullovers that the assistant coaches wear. So the dry fit gives me a little bit in between.
I was just about to say.
And the flexibility.
Yeah,
I think between Stevie and I, probably the two most active guys on the team in terms of just, jumping around and the things that we do. So I got to be ready at any given moment. If Jop's over there close, we can do a little chest bump. Although I did see the replay of that, and he got up a lot higher than me.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd be able to get in the same stance that you get in on the sideline or with like a suit on. I never understood that.
Oh, that was a great change in college basketball because back in the day, before COVID, when we wore a suit and a tie, it was like you were really restrictive. One time I was coaching the game at Oklahoma when I was coaching at Texas, and I split my suit pants. It split all the way down. And I just kept coaching. I was like, whatever, man.
Lost in the fight.
We won the game. It was a close game, but at that point, I realized, I probably need to be wearing some pants that stretch a little bit better.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I figured somebody be sick of it, just take it off one game, like take the jacket off, be done with it.
I would take the jacket off, but it's actually the tie,
that's
really
fast
tighten,
around the neck. Yeah.
And then the pants, depending on what you wear, a little bit too tight, but. Now it's cool. I can run up and down, and they gave me a hard time in that one game saying I was playing defense, which is crazy because you see some of these other coaches way more out on the floor than me, but maybe it's something about the quickness level. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. I ain't never seen no coach. He was in the stands and he was sliding.
I don't think the other coaches get a stance like you can, so it's just not the same level of intimidation, so don't stand out as much as when you do it.
That was crazy.
I'm just trying to, emulate what you guys are doing.
So all about getting the team stop, right?
Team stop, team score.
Absolutely.
But staying with EGQs, but kind of switching the subject up a little bit. If you could coach any basketball player of all ever play, ever pick up a basketball, do you have we know you love Michael Jordan. Do you have a specific player that you would love to coach though?
Well, Jordan's obviously the best of all time, and we argue all the time with Jop and with Oso. Those guys are such LeBron fans, as well as a lot of you guys too. But I'll stay away from those even all-time greats. I think someone that would be just phenomenal the way that I love to play and we love to play would be Drew Holiday. Just because he's just such a dog on the defensive end, plays so hard, has such a character and a toughness to him. A lot like you, Stevie.
I was about to say dark skin stew.
Yeah. and he was just a winner, so it's going to be fascinating this season as the NBA season rolls on, to see if the Bucks are able to counteract what Drew Holiday and his team, the Celtics, are doing.
Yeah, I'm really hoping they're going to play each other in the playoffs.
I think that's coming.
It's going to be a good one.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And so for our last EGQ today, we wanted to talk to you about your pregame routine. We've seen you with AirPods in, so we're just kind of curious what you're listening to, if it's music or an audiobook or what does that look like for you?
I got a pretty extensive pregame routine, and it's different for home games than it is for road games. For home games, I always, after shoot-around, work out, and I try to make sure I do some particular specific lifts, to kind of get me in the frame of mind. In terms of music, I would listen to all different kinds, and it could be anything from gospel music all the way to, rap, different hip hop music, maybe even pop music, if I'm feeling a certain kind of way. Cam and Chase and I exchange a lot of music, as well as a couple guys that I coached when I was at VCU. So I love sharing music with different people. But, right now, this gospel music puts me in a place of extreme gratitude. And I think that's one of the most powerful emotions going into a game, because we get to be here at Marquette. I get to coach guys like Cam and Stevie and our whole team. And so whatever gets you in the right frame of mind. But I lift weights. I try to do, a specific meditation. And, and then I kind of get ready, shower, shave, do everything I need to do. These guys, are out on the floor. I write a couple things on the board, and then they come in, and then, you know, we talk about what we need to do and go have fun out there.
That's super cool. Do you remember like a specific song that you shared with like players or they shared with you that is kind of integrated into the playlist?
Well, some of the songs that we share are not, you know, necessarily PG in nature.
Fair enough.
But I'll tell you one, you know, since Usher just did the Super Bowl, you know, and he's kind of at the tip of people's tongue right now. And by the way, what a performance relative to how old some of those songs are, and him being able to capture, you know, a 2024 audience with some of that stuff. And it took me back to literally me being your guys' age or even younger listening to that stuff. So the song No Limit by Usher is one that Cam and I have kind of gone back and forth on it because it's got a good vibe, a good positivity, and it's a great way to kind of feel going into a game.
What was that, the one bar that you said that he had sent you, and you said he must have sent it to the wrong person? I think it was like a Drake song.
It was a Drake song. It was
like July.
Yeah, July. That's when I found out July. Yeah, that's what he said. It was. I think that was Slime You Out.
Well, listen, for those of y'all that don't know, Cam Jones is absolutely a romantic at heart, and
We've
you know,
seen.
Every once in a while, Cupid will shoot him straight in the heart, and you know he can feel a certain kind of way sometimes based on circumstances. And so one time he sent me, it wasn't the song, it was a screenshot of the lyric of the song, and it was clearly something directed towards a female, not your coach.
Yeah.
And so I just, you know, I said, hey, man, I love you too, man.
He said, I think you might have been sent that to your girlfriend. Nah, but that Usher, man, that's kind of funny you say that. You said it took you back to when you was like my age. Like, I was thinking he kind of got to go down as one of the greats just in music, just because of how timeless his music is. So I remember, like, I was thinking to myself, like, I was loving this club. That's one of my favorite songs of all time, and I used to be screaming that like back when it came out, like not even knowing what I was saying, just liking the song, like everything about that. So that was pretty cool to think about that.
Well, he's got great energy, you know, and I think that's the biggest thing is just, you know, whatever connects with your vibe or the energy that you have, and it's different things on different days.
For sure.